I know I've been slacking on the videos, but I've not been idle in real life. The Volvo is nearing completion finally. So I wanted to spend 5 or 10 minutes to show you what's been done on it, what is going to be done on it, and pretty much how close we are to actually getting this thing on the road now. So let's get to it. So when you last saw this car, I was doing the carburetor swap to the Chinese unit, and not much else had been done at that point. Since then, I've welded up the sunroof. The sunroof is now gone. It's still there, but I actually ended up welding it and filling it. But the paint work on it is atrocious, so is the bodywork. But I don't do that for a living, so it's good for me. The windscreen surround, that's all been sanded back. I've patched some areas that were really bad, but areas like that I've left. However, the big problem with that, not having a windshield, not for a few months, is as you just saw me take off that car cover there, that is somewhat still slightly porous, and when it rains, it still gets water in the car. However, the even worse part is when we had Storm Dara, whatever its name was. In fact, the cover blew off overnight, and even now, the interior is still completely soaked. Other big news, I've put lowering springs on the front for now. I still need to do the back, but I'll give you a before and after shot here. Painted everywhere. Added lowering springs, replaced the subframe, replaced the engine mounts. I'm currently in the process of replacing all the brakes around the car. So let me show you what's going on. This will be quite difficult to get on camera, but that's the new subframe, that's the new engine mount, and that's the cleaned up engine mount bracket. And I'll try and show you on both sides. It's probably easier to show you if the car's in the air, but there you go, you can see one of the new engine mounts there. And the subframe's really tied the whole thing together. Oh, it's got new control arms. The whole suspension's been rebuilt, so I've got new top mounts. These are the lowering springs there. And it's had new shock absorbers. As for the Chinese carb, it's been 3 months, and I've not had any issues with it, aside from needing to tune it here and there, because I don't really know what to do with it. It's been fine. I've made a choke power cable. It's fused just like that. I've got a carb return spring so the throttle doesn't stick open. I've managed to add tension to the cable now by just wrapping it around itself. I don't know how well you can see that. And I've made a little bracket for the return spring to go on. If you haven't seen my last one and you want to change your cage electronic to a carb, watch the Chinese carb video, and I explain how easy and simple it is really. If I can do it, anybody can. I'm trying to get the wiper motor working as well. Somebody said a ground cable should work. I've tried doing that, doesn't work. Maybe it's the relay. I give up with that thing, but I need it. As for the rear, we've got the broken things. I brought some new tail lights anyway. I'm still keeping these as spare, but yeah, they're coming from Germany. I don't know if I've shown you the boot, but that's been painted black. That's all good in there. Nothing new yet. Interior, nothing at all has changed, but it will, because I brought a new steering wheel. It's a it's an actual aftermarket wheel, which I'm excited for because I've always wanted one. Everything else is staying stock. Seats are stock, gear shifter stock, the clocks are all stock. I will replace the bushings in the gear shifter at some point. Honestly, that's most of it sorted. So for the MOT, I need brakes, tyres, windshield, and rear suspension needs doing, and the window wiper motor needs sorting. That's 5 things. So the tyres I need to buy, the windshield I've had a quote for, and the guy came out and checked it, said yeah, good to go. So that's the only money I'll need to spend. All the other parts I've already brought and they're all here. There is the new subframe there, with new control arms, ball joints, tie rod ends, bushings. They've all been pressed. I've refurbed that thing there. That holds another bushing for the control arms, drop links, springs and shocks. So I've just put the new calipers, discs, and brake lines, brake hoses, sorry, brake lines. I had to make one, which goes all the way back there. It's a bit too long, but I think I can just maneuver it to then get it into place. But the hoses are on, springs and shocks were already in. Whoops. New discs, Brembo discs, advanced auto parts, brake calipers. It's a perfect fit. They were like 50 quid each. New tie rod ends, new drop links, new control arms, even though they're covered in oil, bushings. Yeah, looking good. Yeah, if there's any specific 240 questions you think I might be able to help with, drop me a comment below and I'll try my best to answer. And if I can't answer, I guarantee somebody else will. That's all for now. Take it easy.